Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello everyone. My name is Robin J. Emden, and I am the creator and author of the Get Resultsology system and a dedicated accountability coach. My mission is to empower solopreneurs to unlock their true potential, boost their income, and achieve extraordinary success by maximizing productivity, streamlining their businesses, and aligning their goals with their authentic vision and purpose. If you're ready to turn ambition into action and transform your goals into reality, then you're in exactly the right place. And speaking of being in exactly the right place, I am delighted to say we are joined today by Jan Janzen. Now, Jan is a transformational leader, sales and money coach, and minister of metaphysics with over 40 years of entrepreneurial experience. As a certified sacred money archetyped coach, she helps entrepreneurs and professionals break free from procrastination, financial fears, and self-sabotage through the power of decision. Her work focuses on rewiring deep-seated beliefs around money and success, so people can step into their full earning potential with confidence and clarity. Jan, welcome to Goalbusters.
I'm thrilled to be here, Robin. Thank you for having me.
I'm thrilled you're here too, especially as we've established you're a very, very long way away. Where did you say you were again?
I live in British Columbia, Canada. So yes, I am on the other side of the pond.
That's right. I'm in Torquay in Devon. And so that for me is a long way away. And so it's very kind of you to agree to do this, because it's not just miles, but it's also times. It's morning for you and it's late evening for me. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much for doing this today. Shall we start the questions, Jan?
Absolutely.
All right. I'll just get the clock on the screen. And there it goes. Jan, let's talk about what you do, please. Who is your ideal client?
My ideal client, Robin, is someone like me. So someone who's over 40, deeply purpose-driven, spiritual, soulful, and tired of playing small. I've been an entrepreneur, as you said, for 40 years. And yet there was a time that I was really stuck. And people would look at me and say, how can you be so intelligent, so brilliant, so hardworking? And you are so messed up. Now that's the PG version of what they actually said, but it was like, Jan, what's wrong with you? And it was a horrible feeling, Robin, to know that I had so much in me, and yet it wasn't being expressed properly. It wasn't flowing. It wasn't working. I wasn't making money. I was actually homeless, almost bankrupt, and life sucked, to put it mildly. And that's when I realized that I needed more than just what I was getting from my coaches and from all the personal development work that I was doing. And I'm glad I did, because it's really helped me and given me the tools to go and help other people who, like me, are feeling stuck, that they're not living their fullest potential. And it's frustrating.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's powerful. Thank you very much. And a very moving story. And it also segues us nicely into the second question, which you've alluded to quite a lot there. But what is the problem or problems that you solve specifically, please, Jan?
Robin, if it was just as simple as walking on fire, which I did, or doing the personal development work, reading the right books, or working with the right coaches, it would be easy. But what I discovered is that there were deep subconscious blocks around sales, money, and even success. I've been raised in a cult. I spent 38 years in a cult where all of those things were very much dismissed and were deemed not important. So my subconscious mind didn't resonate with success, didn't resonate with being having money. And that's what's happened to a lot of people, is their subconscious mind. I call it the 5 CEOs. So it's your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, body, soul, and spirit. It would be like having a team and a business that aren't working together. you're going to have chaos. And that's exactly what people have. When those are not aligned, it is an uphill battle. So I help clear that sabotage and create a powerful team. So you are actually working and you end up making money and life works. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it does sound brilliant. Thank you very much. That sounds fascinating. So, moving on, what is one valuable free action that the audience can implement that will help them to solve the problem or problems that you have mentioned?
I think one of the biggest problems that people have today is they don't know how to decide. I love Raymond Charles Barker's quote, which is indecision is the decision to fail. And people live in that place of waffling, indecision. Should I? Shouldn't I? They talk to everybody and their dog about what they should do. Just decide. My mom used to say, and it's not crude, but it's pretty blunt. She used to say, Peter, get off the pot. And it really made me realize that I had to make decisions in order to create the life that I wanted. And that's where entrepreneurs, people decide, make a decision, raise your prices to stop discounting, whatever you're looking at doing, decide because clarity comes after the decision, not before. And as long as you're not making decisions, you don't have the clarity, which means that you are stuck and you always will be until you learn to decide.
Yeah, absolutely. Great quote. Not sure I've come across that one before, but I certainly understand the sentiment. Indecision is the decision to fail. I certainly get that. Perfect. Thank you. So now that we have a much better understanding of what you do, Jan, let's dive into goal busting, focusing on to how to maximize productive time to achieve business goals. Could you share any tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits?
I think one of the best things that I came across many years ago, probably 20 years ago, was something called sacred gifts. And I still live by that. We assume, especially as entrepreneurs, that we should be good at everything. We should be able to do the Canva. We should be able to do the accounting. We should be able to get up and speak. We should be able to write a book. We should be able to teach and coach a workshop. We should be able to organize retreats and events. It's like, really? Are you serious? That is ridiculous. So when you come across what you're good at, and that's what Sacred Gifts is all about, what you are good at. If it is draining you, if you are exhausted at the end of doing a job, it's because you shouldn't be doing it. So if someone said to me, you need to do your own accounting, I would want to go clean every toilet in the entire neighborhood rather than do that. I am not interested in working with Canva. It doesn't juice me. It doesn't energize me. So if we focus on what energizes us and delegate the rest, we actually end up far further ahead than if we think we can do it all, should do it all. And at the end of the day, there's a poem by Hunter Thompson where he says, at the end of our day, we're going to skid in sideways, loudly proclaiming, whoa, what a ride. And having watched my husband pass away a couple of years ago, that's one of the things that I really got serious about. I am going out with a bang, which means I am not going to be drained by doing stuff that absolutely exhausts me. Find someone else who can do it.
Wow. Powerful, powerful indeed. Thank you very much. Very interesting. All right. So, what is one thing that I should have asked you today that I didn't? And what is your answer, please, Jan?
Oh, you didn't ask me about my most favorite thing, which is talking. Well, decisions is one thing I love talking about. And the other is what's your take on procrastination? So I know that's one of your specialties, and I love that, and I did all your work, but I don't see procrastination quite the way you do. I think that procrastination comes down to three things. One, there's a lack of passion. So you actually don't want to do it. And your soul is screaming at you, don't do it, don't do it. And you have some kind of guilt trip that you need to do it. That's the first thing. Lack of passion, don't do it. Fear. We could be a fear of failure, of success, of being visible, whatever. So find out, are you afraid of being successful? Are you afraid of doing what you're doing? And the third thing is what I call divine timing. Sometimes it's just you're simply not meant to move yet. And trying to force action creates more resistance. So that's the three ones: lack of passion, fear, and divine timing.
Perfect. And okay, so you can write another chapter in my book. That'll be excellent. Thank you very much. I do try to include in my book all aspects. The whole point of my book is that I'm not trying to say there's one size fits all, there's one definition of procrastination or anything like that. But I do appreciate what you're saying. It's all true. It's all absolutely true. All right, that we did it. We did it in 5 questions in 7 minutes. I could have listened to you all day. I was mindful of the fact that you were talking about self-development, or as I call it, because I've got books and books and books on self-development, or as I call them, because they're all on my bookshelves, shelf development. So my
Yes.
shelves are very self-developed. Anyway, that's fantastic. So, what I would really love to know is how can people reach you, Jan? And also, always a cheeky question. Is there like a valuable free resource that they could get from you as well by way of getting to know you a little bit better?
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest places that people have really struggled with, especially these days, is with money. And having been homeless and living in a cabin with rats running up and down my walls because that's all I could afford, I really get how money is a massive issue for a lot of people. But it's because they don't understand their sacred money archetype. Because we all do money differently. And if you don't know how you do money, and you're not aware of what your strengths and your weaknesses are around money, you will always be battling it because you think that just because you follow the rules of society around money, you're going to be successful. And it doesn't work that way. So I actually have a sacred money archetype quiz and awesome resources on how to figure out why it can sometimes feel like World War III is going on in your head when it comes to money or with a spouse or partner or business partner. So 8 money archetypes. So the number 8 and then money archetypes. And I'm sure you'll put that in the show notes, yes, Robin, so that people can go there, do the quiz. It's first thought, best thought, and then you'll have some resources. You can reach out to me and I'm happy to assist you.
Absolutely. Anybody watching this on YouTube, the link will already have appeared on their video. And anybody listening to the podcast, it'll be in all the transcripts and any notes we send with the podcast. So definitely, that sounds great. Thank you so much, Jan. It's been a real pleasure. My only regret is that the format of the podcast means that we are restricted to a few minutes. But I kept told like, oh, I want to come in on that and have a chat with you about that. And that's not the format today. But there was lots of points you raised, and of course we can find out more by going to your link and connecting with you that way. And so thank you so much for what you've done today. That's very interesting indeed. Thank you, Jan.
Well, thank you, Robin, for having me. It was a pleasure.
It was indeed. The pleasure was all mine. Thank you and bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favourite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination, and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.